Eh,
Okay. Hello, everybody. The session
Everybody,
about bus around the world.
Our our today's special guest is Ryan, the wonderful Ryan T from Malaysia. Hello, Ryan.
hello. Thank you for
Hi.
having me here.
Great to have you on board. Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
So before we start with our 4 questions for you, may I ask you to just give a short introduction of yourself that the viewers, the people know who you are?
Okay, so my name is Ryan. I'm from Malaysia. I've been doing Access for 11 and a half years now. Before that, before I found Access, my life didn't work. I wasn't that happy. I had so many issues. Money was one of my biggest problems. And then, yeah. Why is that? Something sounds funny. Okay, so I found Access because I wanted to change my life. I didn't know what's consciousness at first, but somehow I just kept doing it, and then my life just kept changing and changing. And then after that, I become a facilitator. And then so currently right now, I travel around the world to attend classes and also to facilitate a lot of classes.
Cool. Wow.
Awesome.
Cool. Okay, let's start. First question.
More or less already answered.
Drum roll.
Yeah. What was the reason for you to choose consciousness or the Access path?
So, as I said just now, at first I just want to fix my life. And then I found Access Consciousness. The funny thing with consciousness is when you are looking for it, it's also looking for you. And then it always comes to you or came to you. I mean, depends on whether you have it now or not. Not exactly how you expect it to be.
Agree.
Yeah, so I found this thing called Access Consciousness online 11 and a half years ago. And then I'm like, all right, so let me try it. And at that time, just when I was looking for it, there was someone in Malaysia teaching that. I'm like, okay, great. So I went to attend my first bus class. And then after that bus class, even though honestly at that time I didn't quite know what I learned. I mean, it was a great class. I mean, I received bars and then released a lot of limitations. But if you ask me, so exactly what's going on, I'm like, well, someone touched my head, like, and then money start coming in. I had people suddenly call me like, hey, I would like to book your sessions. And I was offering coaching session at the time. I was like, oh, okay. I never thought you would, but hey, all right, money just came to me.
Great.
Great.
So I have money, and then so I attend more classes, and then I start to have more idea what is consciousness. But at first it was like, oh yeah, sounds like a good idea. Like we do something that contribute to the whole world, to everyone. Yeah. But then after a while, then I really get it. Even right now, I won't say I get it 100%, but I'm getting it more and more and more. I'm
Step
like,
by step.
yeah, step by step, more and more. Every area in our life that we have problems, that's an area that we have the lack of consciousness. Okay, so why do I keep doing it, choosing more and attending classes and having my bus run? I would love to have a life that is way, way, way greater than what I have right now, even though I have a lot of ease right now. But for me, that's not enough. I want more.
Great.
That sounds great.
That's
cool.
And I would say that's what keeps me going. Because for a lot of people, once they solve their problem, they stop choosing more.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, yes, I don't have problem now, but hey, what else is possible?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's the thing, okay, all the beginners, we are aware of other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions and realities, and that's for me, that was the most change in my life. Okay, it's not mine, thanks. Thank you. What's now? Great. What was your past experience you remember the most?
You mean from the first session until now?
In your Access life.
My Access life. I still remember my first session in the class. Maybe it was my first or maybe the second session in the class. I don't quite remember. There was one session that I just kept laughing. I was like, and then so when I couldn't stop myself from laughing, I just kept laughing and laughing. And then the practitioner that was doing it for me, she was laughing as well. And then I asked her like, why are you laughing? She was like, I don't know. And then we was just keep laughing. So that was one of my first session, and for me it was like, yeah, it was fun. But at that time, actually, I couldn't sense energy that well. I was a very mental person at that time, coming from software development background. I spent most of my time developing software before that. So I was a very mental, logical person. I'm like, I don't get this energy thing. Okay, so at that time I received the session, and then I released something, I suppose, and then I had a lot of laughter. So, and then what happened next was the next day, I almost couldn't wake up. Not that something bad happened. I remember the alarm rang, and then I just like, where's the snooze button? Snooze. And then, I mean, normally we do that as well, but for that day, I just kept like pressing the button.
Fully relaxation.
Yeah, I thought I was so tired, but it was the relaxation that I never had before that I misidentified as tiredness. So I was like, what happened to me? You know, it could also be I had so much changes that my body needs some rest and my own space to like integrate that.
That's very important, yeah.
But that's very cool, because this shows how consciousness works. It's not just relaxing. It's also just have fun, have more energy. It's not, great.
It doesn't even have to be an access bar session. Sometimes, let's say you go to a healing session or some other modalities. After you feel like, I just need sleep. I don't know why I'm sleeping 12 hours, but I just need sleep. It's your body needing that to integrate the change.
And
so if you have that, for those of you learning bars, if you have that, like, hey, don't make yourself wrong. Maybe you need rest. Give your body the rest it desires and requires.
And that's okay. That's so okay. Wow.
Awesome. Thank you. So going back in time for 11.5 years, what changed in your life since you're working with Access Consciousness and with all the tools?
I got a lot more money now.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's great, of course. And then not just about money, but I have a lot more ease. But this happened many years ago. So I started to value this thing called ease. So I started to choose more ease. And then, so for a lot of people, ease is just like a concept. They're like, what do you mean ease, joy, and glory? But for me, I'm like, oh, wow, okay, I need to have more ease in my life, not just about money or relationship. So, but after I start to value ease and really choose ease more and more and more, and so money comes. So one thing that changed a few things changed for me. I mean, well, too many things actually. So I'm now way happier. I have money. I have a good life. I travel. Like I never thought I could have a life like this. I don't have to go.
Feels like the space of freedom. I'm aware of, there is this. Wow.
And I mean, it's not about what I have right now. I mean, that's great. One thing that I get that I think I would like to share with everyone is like, I get a sense of like, I really can get whatever I desire. I really can create them. So I have bigger target. In the past, I'll be like, well, forget about it. It's not going to happen. But now I'm like, sure, I know I can create. I have that certainty. I'm able to create that.
I like that energy. That's... Great. Wow.
And you can feel that you're like, whoa, I would love to have.
And it works.
Yeah,
it works.
Exactly.
So
asking and receiving is real. It's not just a beautiful concept.
Yeah.
It sounds for beginners a little bit strange, because when I ask for something, there's this it doesn't work, or maybe it works,
And that's our intention of this project, of this bars around the world, that people, especially people who are either new to Access or at least bars practitioner, bars facilitators, so they're at the beginning, or people who are new and just want to inform about Access consciousness. You hear at the beginning, you hear a lot of stories in a bars class or a foundation class that Gary had this story, Dane had this story, I have heard about this story. And that's why we wanted to do these interviews, so that our guests, real persons, what you can see on your monitor, they can talk about what changed in their life, what was a big wow moment for them.
Yeah.
And that's something where you can collaborate and also support new, or let's say new people who are interested in Access. Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of asking and receiving, well, a lot of people ask, but the question is, are they willing to receive? Or are you willing to receive, you know?
Different.
So one thing that I mentioned a lot in my classes is people after, let's say, a bar session or maybe their first bars class, a lot of people would say things like, money is still not coming. But if you ask them, do you have more people gifting you something? Do you have more ease? They're like, yes. But why money is not coming? Because they have a lot of judgments about money.
Yeah.
So they are asking for money, but they are at the same time not willing to receive money. But for whatever that they have less judgments that they are willing to receive, they get it.
Yeah.
So asking and receiving is real, but are you willing to receive? That's the main question.
Awesome.
Oh, thanks to share that. Thanks.
So I think that was also the answer for the last question, but probably you have still some information. Is there any?
I have a lot of information.
Yeah, I know. We can talk for hours.
Yes.
Is there any information additionally you want to share with our viewers, especially with the Access people who are quite new?
Just keep going.
Yes.
Okay. So as I said, 11.5 years ago, I didn't trust myself. I didn't sense energy, but I actually didn't quite know why. I just kept practicing. So at that time, we still use DVD. Okay, so now for people that becomes the bars facilitators, you know, you download the video, right? At that time, they have to send me the DVD. So and then at the time they were also selling the DVD. So before I became the bars facilitator, I bought the DVD. I was like, okay, I need to watch that. I need to practice that. I don't even know why. I just keep going. So, and then one day, so from at first I couldn't sense the energy, and then after a while, you know, you start to sense the energy. I mean, this might be true for a lot of people in whichever modalities, you know, like the step-by-step of sensing the energy. So the next thing that most people experience is you sense it, but you don't trust it. You don't trust yourself. From not sensing to sensing, but not trusting. You know, you're like, I think I'm making it up, you know. But after I practice more, then eventually I'm like, yeah, when I sense it, it's real. Because sometimes I ask the receiver, like, hey, how do you feel? They say, well, how I could feel it. I'm like, okay, I'm not making it up. So that gave me the confidence to keep going.
Yeah.
So I would say, just keep going, don't give up. Like even if you don't feel the energy, even if you don't trust you, or you have no idea what you are doing, keep going. One day you will.
Wow. Great. Thanks.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you for
one last question for all beginners. Have you classes for beginners?
Have I?
Do you have any classes? Classes which beginners can also attend.
So I still do bars class, the foundation class. So bars class is a class that without prereqs, and then the foundation class is the prereq is the bars. And I also do a lot of one single topic class. You know, for example, maybe like a 1 hour or 2 hours class about, let's say, money, relationship. So I do a lot of classes like that. So at this moment I facilitate the Joy of Business class. Have you heard about that? Yeah, I think so. You do, right? So that is a class that without prereq, so people can attend. I facilitate the Relationship Done Different as well. That is also without the prereq. Yeah. So, and then I facilitate the other classes like X-Men, but they have the prereq, either the bars or the foundation. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will put the link from your homepage under this video when we share it on the Facebook group. Is that okay?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Ryan, for your time.
For
Thank you
sharing,
for
yeah.
letting us feel your energy.
Yes.
It's awesome. It's great.
Thank you.
And
You're
yeah,
welcome. Thank you too.
thank you for gifting.
Thanks.
See
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.